It is so hot in here, but I wanted to film in here again because I want to. I've got my car door open just so it's like the heat goes out. Hi everyone. I don't know if I should have, let's do that. I did a heatless curling technique last night and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna leave the door open for a little bit just so it's not stuffy in here. So I'm sorry if you can hear noises outside. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, I did heatless curls last night and it was really boofy. I think I did them too small. Anyways, that is not what we are here for today. Today I'm going to be talking about my anticipated reads for 2022. It is Christmas Eve right now. We're not doing anything today, so I thought it would be a nice opportunity to do this because for the rest of the week and next week I'm gonna be busy. I have got a lot of books in here. Actually, you know, I'm gonna take these out. These are just some of my anticipated reads as physical copies. I do have some that I'm getting my Kindle, which I think I'm getting my Kindle tomorrow. I asked for it for Christmas. Hopefully I get it. If not, I can just buy it myself. All good. A lot of these are romances. I actually don't have many fantasy, but there are some fantasy in here and kind of dystopian, I guess. But yeah, let's get started. I do have some on my, actually, you know, we'll go through my phone. Also, a lot of them are series or like series that I'm continuing next year because I didn't finish them this year. So yeah, if you can hear noise in the car, it's just because I've turned it on and I've got the aircon on because it is hot in here. Why did I think of not doing that? But I'm so stupid. So the first books I'm going to be talking about is the Addicted / Callaway Sister series. You guys know I'm vlogging these and I love them. I've only read the first 3 books, which is part of the Addicted series, but I want to continue the rest next year, obviously, and I will be vlogging them. I didn't bring the books out here just because I already have so many and I really couldn't be bothered going inside, outside 20 million times before filming and after filming, so I'm not bringing them outside. Currently, I'm absolutely loving the series. I'm so excited to get to Rose and Connor's book and Ryke and Daisy's book. Very, very excited. I cannot wait. I'm very scared to finish it though because I don't want it to end. I've already got 2 more books for the Addicted series left. I just realized a lot of these books are gonna be hot and stuffy and they're gonna go stiff. The next book I'm so excited for, and that is The Spanish Love Deception. I kid you not, I've been really excited to read this. I was gonna get this on my Kindle for literally $3, but I really wanted the physical copy, so here it is. I'm very excited. I cannot wait. Every time I talk, somehow I pull out an accent. I cannot wait to get started on this book. That is a very terrible accent. I cannot do that. I can't wait to get my American accent classes next year. It's for film, okay? I have to if I'm gonna go into bloody American shows. I'm really excited to meet Aaron Blackford. I've heard so many great things. A lot of people said it's like The Hating Game and The Honeymooners. I did not like The Hating Game, I will say. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Like, it wasn't my favorite book ever. Basically, they're going to Spain and Catalina needs a date to the wedding because she said that she has a boyfriend and the family wants to meet him. And so Aaron basically volunteers to be her date. So it's fake dating, enemies to lovers. I know it's a slow burn, so I'm very excited for that. I am a very impatient person, but at the same time, I can be patient. It just depends. If there's a lot of like bickering and all that stuff, I can be very patient because I love that stuff. I find it so funny and it just entertains me so much. But if like they're not really communicating much, I'm like, get to the point. Okay, get to the point. I want to see them together if you're not gonna fight. Next one is a fantasy. This was heavily talked about at the start of this year and I think towards the middle until everyone got into the contemporary romance side of book talk, which I'm on, but I want to get back to this side because I miss it. I'm currently reading a fantasy book because I really want to get back into it and I've been in the mood for it for a while, so I've gone back into that. But this is part of the series. I only have the first book and that is the From Blood and Ash series. I think that's what it's called, Blood and Ash series. I don't know. I don't really know what it's about. I know what it's about, but I don't. So we have Poppy and Hawk. So those are the love interest. Apparently no one can touch Poppy and no one's seen her face because apparently she wears this like white thing over her face. So yeah, I don't really know much. I'm excited to read this series. I really need to get back into fantasy. Even though this is thick, I feel like it'll be really good to get back into. The next one is part of the Dreamland series. This is the first book, the fine print. I absolutely loved this book. I tabbed it so much. I love Rowan and Zara. They have my entire heart. But this is part of the Dreamland Billionaires series. I know there's 2 other books. You have I forgot the rest of them. Dude, I just remembered them like talking about it last week. Cal and Declan. I think Declan's next in the series, which the next one is Terms and Conditions. We don't have a cover for it yet, but apparently it's coming out early 2022. So this series is about 3 brothers, and their grandfather had died, and he owns a lot of like theme parks and hotels and just a bunch of stuff. And so the grandfather gave all 3 brothers a letter of what they need to do to be able to basically become like CEO of each company that he owns. And so this one you follow Rowan, and he gets a letter that he has to become CEO for Dreamland, which is his theme park. So picture Disneyland, you know, Disneyland or Disney World. I don't get the difference. I don't know which one's bigger. Rowan used to be very artistic, and so his grandfather wants him to kind of bring that out again because he's lost that. And so while being head of the company, he meets Zara, who already works there. She is very, this won't make sense, but very sunshine. This is grumpy sunshine. He's grumpy, obviously, she's sunshine. And so basically Zara sends in a drunk proposal for their most expensive ride, and Rowan really likes it, so he puts her, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like just all the people that create the ideas of rides and everything, and that's her dream job. She's wanted that for a very long time, and so he basically gives her her dream job. And so yeah, they have to work together. Grumpy sunshine, enemies to lovers. I love the representation in this book. You have disability. It was amazing. I love the characters so much. Oh yeah, I'm very excited to read the rest of the books. I'm pretty sure the next one is Declan. This next one is also by Lauren Asher, who wrote the fine print. This is another series by her. I've heard so much about it. I am so excited to get into it. And that is the Dirty Air series, but I only have the first book. I'll get the rest, I promise. I'll get them soon. This is Throttle. It's the first book in the Dirty Air series. This is Maya and Noah's book. I'm very excited. For people who do not know, this is the M1. Is it M1? Formula 1. The whole series is about Formula 1 races and their love interest and everything. I know nothing about this besides it's brother's enemy. Maya's brother has an enemy who is Noah, and yeah, apparently this is the least favorite in the series, so I'm very scared to read this now. But people apparently like Correct, I think it was. Very excited, also very scared. Going to another series I'm very excited for. This has been on my TBR since the start of the year, and I haven't read them yet just because I haven't really been into dystopian really. And so that series is the Renegade series. I have all 3 books. This one is like completely bent. I've tried fixing it, nothing works. So I'm very sad about that. This is told in a villain's POV, which is very different from what, you know, anyone really reads in like fantasy or dystopian. And so I'm super duper excited to read these books. This series apparently reminds people of Miraculous Ladybug, how you have Marinette, who's aka Ladybug, and Adrian Agreste, who is Cat Noir. We have Nova and Adrian. Well, that's simple enough. Nova and Adrian. I have seen some fan art of them, and boy, I love the fan art. But I'm very excited. I know nothing, absolutely nothing about this series, so I'm very intrigued. I like to go into books knowing nothing. It's just one of the best things to do. If you're going to a series, go into it blind. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a quick break, and I want to take all the books in that I have already gone through, just so I'm saving time, and also so I can get my camera out of the heat, because it is boiling it right now. Like, it's going to melt my camera and the battery, I swear to God. Okay, we're inside now. I sat in my car for a little while I put like the aircon on the highest it could go just so I could cool down my car. It did not end up working at all. It just made my car worse, and my phone overheated. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come inside. And my camera I could not touch. I couldn't even press the button to stop the video because it was that hot. I think I like burnt my finger. So we're doing the rest of the video inside. Let's continue filming this video because I don't want to stop. The next book that I am very excited to read for next year is The Lab Hypothesis. I know this was a Kylo Ren Star Wars, that's what it was like kind of based off. I'm very excited to read this. I've not heard one bad thing about this book. Every single review I've seen, people have loved it. Not one bad thing. I hate the sticker though. My question is, why are you here? The thing that I've heard and that I love is that Olive is aware of tropes like the enemies to lovers, the fake dating and all that stuff. She's aware of all that stuff and I love that. Like, it just makes it so much more interesting. I did see that the chapters are long, so maybe it'll take me a little while because long chapters have to like take me forever. The next one is the last book in the series and I love this series so much. I'm so excited for it. And that series is the Inheritance Games. Actually, wait. That series is the Inheritance Games series. That's better. I had the first book in the front. And so the third book that's coming out is the Final Gambit. I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. These books, I will say, have so many plot twists you will not expect. It's like every chapter. The chapters are very short, but it's like plot twist after plot twist and you don't really expect it. I need to go back and type the series. By the way, I'm Team Jameson for anyone that's read the books. I'm sorry, I love Grayson, but just Jameson is just, he has my heart. Okay, he has my heart. So I decided it on the second book. It does have a love triangle, but this love triangle, it's not like you already know who the right person is. It's not Twilight and the Hunger Games, because those ones, you already know who the best person is. This, you have absolutely no clue. Like, they're both so amazing. You just don't know who to choose from. So excited for the third book. I cannot wait. The last, basically, physical book that is on my anticipated reads for next year, I've heard amazing things about. I surprisingly got it early, and that is Love in Other Words. I am super duper excited for this book. I have heard nothing but great things. This has been on my TBR for such a long time and our version that we have is shit. I hate the cover. So I got this one from Book Depository. Never ordering from them again. That's my final word. Just because it takes forever. I'm super duper excited. I know that Macy and Elliot are friends and they read and they have this thing where they talk about like their favorite word, I think from the books that they read or something. I'm so excited. I can't. I also found out a little while ago that Christina Lauren is two people. I have that on Honeymoon as well, but that's not really my anticipated read. I want to read it right now. Stop Assassin's Blade. I'm going to read this. That is all the physical books. Let's go on to what I'm going to be reading on my Kindle. You ready? I'm so ready to talk about these books. I have to get my phone. Some of these I think as well I will get in paperback, but I just have them on my phone. The first one that I have is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. I love Colleen Hoover so much. I read It Ends With Us and Ugly Love. So I'm very excited to read Reminders of Him. I know it comes out in January. I don't ever want to get in paperback or on my Kindle, just because if I have certain authors in paperback, I'll want the rest in paperback. But if I have them on my Kindle, then I'll have them the rest on my Kindle. You know what I mean? Is that just me? Yeah, I know absolutely really nothing, but I'm very excited to read it. The next one is the Raven Hood's trilogy. Here's the thing, with this series, no one knows anything about it. Even apparently after reading the series, they still don't know what it's really about, except that people really love it. Apparently the first book is confusing. Second book makes everything from the first book make sense, but it also is heartbreak. But then the third book is kind of healing and puts everything back together, apparently. So I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen. I think this is a love triangle one as well, I'm pretty sure. My next anticipated reads is basically just all the author's books. I'm getting them on my Kindle because the paperbacks are so expensive here. Like, the prices are ridiculous. But then on Kindle, they're like reasonable prices that I will be getting them on the Kindle. And that is all of Mariana Zapata's books. Yes. all of her books. We have like Culty, Hands Down, From Look Up with Love, Under Lock, Wall of Winnipeg and Me. And so I know that those are like slow burns, so I'm very scared for them. I don't know what one to start off with. If someone can actually help me with a book to start off with, I think I might start off with The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, or maybe From Look Up with Love. I don't know, but the books are thick, and apparently they don't get together until like 97%. 90 to 97% of the book, which scares me. But that's like with Birthday Girl, they didn't get together until like 80% of the book, because that was a slow burn, which I didn't realize until going into it. The next one is a thriller book, which I've been trying to find everywhere. Like, I went to my local store because they have a book section, and it said it was in stock, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked about like 20 times over. I looked behind books, couldn't find it. But then I had to look online, and it was completely in stock later on. Like, it was low in stock, and usually when it says low in stock, it's usually like 2 to 1 book left. But that book is The Silent Patient. I want to read that book so bad, just because I've heard the storyline intrigues me. I haven't really been a thriller person. It's about this woman, and she kills her husband, right? And after she kills her husband, she doesn't speak to anyone at all. She gets put into a psychiatric ward, I think. The people are trying to get her to talk, can't. She hasn't talked a single word since she's murdered her husband. I think no one knows that it was her, just because she's so quiet. So they probably think it's like state of shock that she found out her husband's dead. Maybe, I don't know. It intrigues me to like be like, oh, like why did she do it? I'm very excited for it. The next one, I've tried so hard to find the first book. I know the second book is coming out next year. The first one is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, and this is Schitt's Creek inspired. But we also have the second book that's coming out, Hook, Line and Sinker. I'm very excited to read them. I've watched Schitt's Creek. My parents have watched it. My mum is obsessed. She literally goes back and watches all of her episodes and the whole series over and over and over. You can hear her watching it in her room and downstairs, because you can hear like the intro music and you're like, she's watching Schitt's Creek. Basically, the main character is inspired by Alexis. I don't know much about the book. Obviously, books that you haven't read, you don't know much about. Very excited to read those books. I cannot wait. The last one, I've been talking forever. I read the first book. I buddy read it with my friend Tamara. I loved it. I really love the series. It's the Twisted series, and so you have the new books coming out, Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies. I'm so excited. So yes, I've read Twisted Love. I loved it. I am so excited to read Twisted Games. I will be reading that soon, very soon. The whole series is based off a friend group. So you have Twisted Love, which is based on Alex and Ava, and so the rest of the books are based on Ava's friends. The second book, Twisted Games, is based on Bridget, who is a princess, and it's a bodyguard romance. Third book is based on Jules, who she lived with, and also Ava's brother. So it's a enemies to benefits, I'm pretty sure. The fourth book is based on Stella, but I don't know who she's with. All I know is that Stella is an influencer. That's all I know from her. I don't really know who her love interest is yet. Maybe he'll pop up in the second book, I don't know. But I'm very excited to read the rest. I love this series already so much. Alex and Ava, the spice. Bro, Twisted Hate. Jules, is it Jules or Julie? Maybe it's the nickname, I don't know. I've never seen someone do a romance where it's enemies with benefits. Obviously we've seen friends with benefits. I can't. I'm so excited for the books. The last one I want to mention is the Maid series. I'm excited for that. It's a mafia romance. There is a fourth book coming out, and that's the last book. So I'm very excited to read those. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm very excited to read all the books that I mentioned. Obviously there's a lot more. Those are just like my most anticipated reads for next year, because I've been looking forward to them for a while now. I love them more than others. If you like seeing this video by me and you want to see more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you know every time I upload. I hope everyone has a lovely Christmas, or had a lovely Christmas. I'm pretty sure this is going to be uploaded after. Maybe Christmas for everyone else. I'll probably upload this on Boxing Day. which is what we have here. So yeah, I hope everyone has a safe Christmas and New Year's, and I hope everyone's excited for 2022. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out. Bye.